Hello guys, Risk here. In this video, I will show you my journal of training uses Kovaak's aim training in the span of 30 days. I will talk about my experience and how my aiming improved starting from day 1 to day 30. This video will be just me talking about how I feel and what can I say to my aim. If you guys want to use aim training, I'm sure there are a lot of other people who can help you on what scenarios to train and what to do. Because I'm also just a beginner to this aim training, so I do not want to recommend other people or advise them the wrong information that will only lead them to worse than better. So if you guys like my journal of aim training, feel free to leave a thumbs up or thumbs down. This is inspired by other YouTubers who uses Kovaak's. In Kovaak's, I decided to use 6 scenarios with 5 minutes training each scenario. Now, on my training, it consists of Tiles Frenzy, Cata Long Strafes, fuglaaXY Long Strafes, 1 wall 5 targets underscore pasu, 1 wall 6 targets small, and the last would be target accusation flick. Starting with Tiles Frenzy, I decided this scenario is a good start since it involves of being fast and starts making my wrist to get moving. So here's the progression of my accuracy over time. From day 1, the starting percentage was 80% and the highest point I reached from week 1 was 85.8%. I increased my accuracy by 2% in a week when I reached day 7. When I reached day 14, I slightly dropped by 0.5. On day 21 was a huge jump by an increase of 5.6%. The highest peak that I ever reached was at day 28 with the stats of 88%, and on the final day is 87%. If you guys notice a missing point, it's because I lost the file of the stat on that day, so you may be wondering why there is only 29 points while the training was done in 30 days. My apologies, but I may accidentally lost or overwrite the file. Before moving to the next scenario, I would also like to talk about the kills per second because I would also like to show how my speed changes throughout the days. As you can see, I am slow in the first week, not having that much average of 3 kills per second. Then over time, my kills per second increases in a training time of 5 minutes each day. So you can see the increase of my kill count that in 5 minutes, not only my accuracy increases, but also my kills per second. My time to kill got faster, as you can see in the image shown. So the next scenario will be the Cata Long Strafes. Starting from day 1 with 34.2 and slowly increases. By the way guys, I just want to say that the first 2 weeks I do not know that it is possible to make the target invincible, which is why I have a second to rest, but I changed that on day 14. It's not a big of a deal, but I just felt like saying it to you guys. So my highest point was 47.1% on day 26 and ending the final run with a 46.3%. Next scenario will be fuglaaXY Long Strafes, same as Cata. I do not know the invincibility, I only got to enable that on day 14. Starting from 47.6% on day 1 and slowly increases through day 7. Second week and third week has been just almost constant, and on the final week it increased gradually, reaching the final day with a 67.8%. Moving to the next scenario is 1 wall 5 targets underscore pasu. For me, this is the most difficult for me on all my scenarios I train. Luckily, because of the previous 2 scenario that is about strafing, it helped me on this one. On day 1, it was awful for me, finishing with only 34.6% in a shooting of 619 targets. There's only 214 targets that was shot, but throughout the days my accuracy improved. Having the highest was on day 29 with a shooting accuracy of 58.9% with a shooting of 264 over 448. The kills per second was higher than previous days, despite the first day has more targets. I don't know how to explain that, so I could only say I'm still slow on this scenario, but with a better accuracy. Here's my stats with time to kill if you guys want to have a better idea on how fast my reaction time became. Next scenario will be the 1 wall 6 target small. The beginning of my training of this scenario has been decent for me. Having an accuracy that is not lower than 70% is good. It's pretty good for what can I say to myself. Then there are days that I just jump the grab and suddenly drop back. The last week of my training has been good for me, having an increase of accuracy that is not lower than 80%. My highest accuracy was day 21 and day 25. Then finishing the day 30 training with a 87.7%. My kills per second increased little by little. I kinda improved my speed, also improving my accuracy. By far, this is one of the scenarios that I like the most since it has flaking. The last scenario will be target accusation flick. Okay, before I say about the results, I have been doing this scenario wrong because on this scenario, I just normally center my crosshair then flick to the target. But the description says, aim at the Pokeball and wait for the other target to spawn. Kill both in one fluid motion. Focus on consistency to train your baseline ability to acquire targets, rather than relying on your peak flicking speed. I just noticed it on the end of the second week, so if I try to do it by the description, I will be starting over again from day 1, which the previous data would be a waste. I keep continuing this scenario in my way, so I'm sorry to the author. So my flicks was pretty okay, just be pretty almost constant. No big difference of improvement. There are just days I have a good percentage of accuracy. Overall, I can see my improvements in actual game. The time I have finished my 30 days training is when Act 2 was about to start and that much was added. I can say Kovaak's helped me a lot, not only on aiming but also in my confidence. It helped me reach Platinum 3 in the last act, but that is far as I could go. Now I'm on Plat 2 trying to continue my road to Diamond. I guess if I have to keep something to improve, that has to be my ability usage, crosshair placement, counter strafing, and maybe much more. I'll try new scenarios that I think I need to work on, especially on strafing and flicking. So if any of you guys have something to suggest, leave it down in the comments below. I will appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching, for having the time to see the journey of my training in 30 days. Thank you.